Hey everybody, in this episode of Box Office Breakdown, we're going to be breaking down the latest top 5. Black Panther, no surprise, it's 5th week in a row. Neil Plumley is going to give you the inside scoop on why this juggernaut is staying number 1. Let's do it.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown.
Hey!
Yeah, this, of course, is the show where we look back at the box office that was, and then we'd like to...
Kate.
Beautiful.
I was going to say Tony can do it.
I know no one was doing it.
You going to chime in?
My fingers were too slow. I'm sorry.
About the box office that lie ahead, I am one of your hosts, Frank Moran.
Hey, how's it going? My name's Kari Lane.
My name's Amy Cassandra Martinez.
And I'm Neil Plumley. What's going on, everybody?
And making sure that we all look good and sound good and smell good and feel good. To all of you watching or listening, Anthony in the booth.
That's me. You guys are my priority.
Woo!
I always make y'all look good.
Yay, yay.
Oh, that's so kind of you. Now, of course, folks, you can like us on Facebook, give us those 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and of course, we're going to have the chat up and running, so feel free to chime in, share your thoughts about anything in movies in general or something this particular weekend. And, of course, Kari, if they're watching after we stream live, what can they do?
I'm gesturing already for those listening. You can comment down below. Right there.
Look at that. Right there. And give
Your
a
live chat.
bunch of thumbs up on the YouTube. Give it. Go to the YouTube channel. Thumbs up. Go
Because
crazy.
y'all like movies like us. So.
That's right. We love movies and we love you.
No, it's funny when you like talk to people and then you're like, oh yeah, movies and like TV shows are my life and my hobby.
That's true.
No, just me? No? Okay. No.
I know, I always find that surprising that people don't love movies as much as we do.
Yeah.
When you do what you love, it's not like work at all.
That's
Right.
Well, blah, blah. All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump right into it. Our top 5 from this past weekend. There was some debate whether Tomb Raider was going to come in number 1. But Black Panther held on strong.
Yeah.
Going all the way over to the far side of the desk for that exclusive in-depth analysis that we've come to expect here in Box Office Breakdown, the Neil Plumley.
It did great.
Thank you, Neil.
Well, actually, what are your thoughts on this? And someone mentioned in the chat, and I saw it on Twitter, some people are feeling Avengers' new ticket sales are already being boosted because of Black Panther's success.
Oh, yeah. I would say, of course, because, well, first of all, it looks like from the trailers at least, Wakanda is strongly favored in Avengers Infinity War Part 1. So I would say that actually it might be like a dual effect. It could be spearheading the advanced ticket sales for Infinity War, and Infinity War trailer could be adding more ticket sales to Black Panther. People just getting that extra
Exactly,
hype in.
go the other way. Like they see Infinity War and they're like, dude, we need to go watch it again, and it's so good. Yeah.
I do feel like this last trailer that just dropped with some of the inclusions from Wakanda, definitely in response to how well received Black Panther was.
I think you're absolutely right. They had a really good shot of Shuri
Yep.
holding that hologram thing and like a really solid like lock on her face there at the end. I was like, that's definitely because of how many people have responded positively to Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Though, have you guys seen all the backlash of like, where's Hawkeye?
Oh
And
my
like
God.
everyone's all like,
I heard
like
something.
that.
I heard something interesting. Someone's like, I really hope that Nick Fury, Hawkeye, Ant-Man, and the Wasp are out on their own mission looking for Captain Marvel.
that'd be interesting.
I like Ant-Man though.
No, I love Ant-Man.
I'd be like,
sure.
why not have him gone?
I'm
But
pretty sure Nick Fury is gonna be like a Skrull. That's what like they're setting him up to be.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
Along with Black Widow too,
Ooh.
because of her hair. And
Could
how
be
Yeah,
anybody.
could
Could
be.
be anybody.
I just think it's one of those. There are plenty of times where somebody's not in the trailer or something, and it's okay, they're still in the movie, but it's been interesting and people freaking out about it, and you're like, calm down.
I do like people are freaking out about Black Widow possibly being a Skrull, because that wouldn't be any sort of tell. Her hair's blonde. Wait a minute.
There's something there.
No, but also after like Captain America, Winter Soldier, she goes out into hiding and then she comes back and then she has different hair and she's acting differently, and it's like,
Why is she acting? We haven't seen enough of her to really think that she's acting differently.
why do you think we haven't seen enough of her? Because then we would have been able to tell that she was different already.
Yeah, a
Guess
person
what?
can't change
It's a
their hair.
trailer. It's marketing. It's trying to make you go see the movie.
Amy
So
Cassandra
we had that
changes her hair all the
discussion on
time.
Twitter
Thank
too,
you.
of like how
Thank you.
much
Amy's
you know.
a Skrull too.
That I
Say yes,
believe.
I'm not going to say no. But I did, in case you guys would like to see something fun, I'm just going to throw it out there. Don't judge me, please. I did film my first trailer reaction.
You did. You're adorbs. I watched.
Oh, thank you. I love the support, Kari.
And I watched your Tomb Raider escape room thing, too.
Thank you.
Very good little intro when you walk in and everything.
Oh, thank you. Everyone was so friendly there. They
Okay.
made it feel very nice. So yeah, feel free to go to my YouTube channel and check that out. You get to see how much of a dork I am when I watch Marvel.
Adorkable.
Oh,
I will not support any of your outside endeavors.
that's fine. That is fine.
Neil, did you watch Amy's reaction video?
No.
All right. There you go. Just checking, doing a little survey
That's
about
fine.
that. Anthony,
as long as you
did you?
guys-
So, well, wait, we didn't really say how much it dropped to.
Oh, he went silent. I'm going to
Sorry,
assume
go
that is a no.
He's speechless because he loved it so much.
So, Black Panther-
wait, somebody kind of asked. So Black Panther dropped. How
yes.
much? There we go.
We got 27 million is what it did this week. So it is crushing it over 600 million here just
There we go.
domestically.
It was a 33% drop. It's a little bit more than 33%, which
Yeah.
is outstanding because I think it did 38% last week.
And now it's moved up to number 4 in the top 5 MCU films.
Mm-hmm.
Just nipping at the heels. I think the next one is
Still just
115.
going.
Yeah, look at it go. I don't know if we could take number 1, but I could see it probably getting 2 or 3 at least. Good thoughts.
Okay. Next
There
movie.
you go. Tomb Raider came in number 2, 23.5 million. It definitely feels like it underperformed, given what people I think had hoped, especially Warner Brothers, in terms of this property. I know a few people here have seen it.
I've actually seen it twice.
Oh, look at that.
Twice.
And
Yeah.
she liked it so much,
Follow
she's seen it
back.
twice. She's dressed up as it.
I did. Y'all should have seen my social media because I posted a lot of photos.
There you go.
The old Soch means.
What did you think, Kari Lane?
Okay, so definitely check out social media later. We'll give that plug. But I dressed up as Tomb Raider for a special event. It's the Monday before it came out, and that was super fun. I did classic Lara Croft, and I enjoyed it the first time, and I had a better appreciation the second time. So the best way to explain it is and I do enjoy the Angelina Jolie one too. That was so fun. That one is the original is like the original game. This one is like the new game. Guess what? They're different. So don't compare them because people are like, oh my god, I'm like, no, they're different. Like even what she looks like, I'm like, she looks like the new game. Alicia Vikander is super hot in the movie too, by the way, and I could totally believe she does the things she does. That you're like, yeah, like she looks physically fit to like pull herself up and do fight stuff. So that is awesome. I haven't played the new game, but I had a friend after the movie. She's like, leaned over and was like, scenes are specifically from the game, spot on. That's what happens. Like the plane bit, which is in the trailer, totally in the game. There's some good videos online of people doing shot-by-shot comparisons, so I think that's amazing. And in seeing it the second time, I noticed it is filmed kind of like a video game. Like there's a shot with the airplane and she's looking down at her feet. I'm like, oh, it's like when you're the character view, or when she's moving around in places, it totally feels like you're the one controlling it. And I was like, that's so cool.
Can you drive her? Can you run her to a wall and she just go like this?
I know, just that,
Just
right?
against the flat
Oh,
surface.
no. The other thing, too, is that I liked is it's kind of like when the original, when they redid James Bond, like she's at the beginning of her adventures. So she's not perfect. She makes mistakes. She's a bit naive. And there are some things in the movie that you're like, all right, sweetheart, why aren't you noticing what's going on? But let's go with she's very distracted. And you'll see why when you see it. But I like that you'll chime in hopefully if she messes up and it's fine and it's cool and the action's so exciting. I enjoyed that. And then what was it too? Also just the other characters were cool.
Did they have the great robot training defense guy?
No.
Oh, well, then this movie's gonna be terrible then.
Oh, stop. So yeah, I think this one did a really good job of being like a cool video game movie.
Would you want to see more in this franchise?
Yeah, I think. Oh, and yeah, Alicia I think has a great charisma to be her, to be Lara Croft. That I was like, yeah, totally. Because yeah, you buy it. She has that sass. She has that adventure and curiosity. She's smart. There's somebody was saying like love line plot. There's potential, which I was like, I liked how they just kind of had it there on the sideline. It's not the main focus of the movie. That you're like, eh. And then it's funny because from a queer audience, they were kind of glad she doesn't have a love interest. I was like, oh, that's another way to look at it. But I like the dude who is like her companion, who helped her get there to the island.
Amy.
But it's cool. I liked it.
Cassandra Martinez, you've seen it many, many weeks ago.
Yes.
You have, teased us with your thoughts, saying that you were not able to share.
That second part, correct.
Left us on edge.
Oh, wait. I'm so sorry to jump.
What?
Somebody said this is a big complaint. That I was like, yes, but if it's based on the game, who cares? Complaint is that Tomb Raider, a lot of it is very similar to Indiana Jones and Last Crusade / Ark of the first one. Totally blanking right now. But
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
yeah. So, but it's based on the video game, guys. So if that's a complaint for you, it's based on the video game.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I think so. Coming from the perspective of never having played the video games or even seen the first two with Angelina Jolie, I agree that Alicia is amazing, charismatic, built like she could freaking punch you.
Mm-hmm.
So I really did like that. I am looking forward to future movies with her as Lara Croft. I felt like there were points where they didn't use their characters as much as they should have. Like when you have a certain kind of chemistry with someone, I understand like wanting to stick to the video game, or like, well, no, that doesn't go with the plot. Like I get it, but
Which one?
like the guy that took her.
But see, it's good potential.
We're all here
You
to-
wanted more?
I wanted more like interaction with the people that already worked. Like you're gonna be introducing another character.
Get some more with them.
Yeah, you're gonna be getting an interaction with another character, and their chemistry isn't that good. Like it's good, but it's not as good as with someone else. The action scenes were fun. I was rooting for her the entire time, and I think that that's a big deal when you're watching an action movie, because if you're not rooting for them, then who freaking cares?
Right.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice, and I think that for like having never seen the other ones, this is a good introduction into Tomb Raider, Lara Croft. So don't feel left out if you haven't seen any of them. You don't need to play the game. You don't need to watch the older ones. So it was fun. It was fun. Like not amazing, but it was fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Coming to number 3, I can only imagine. Surprise number 3. Made $17 million. There's talk about that, or Love, Simon, kind of dueling back and forth throughout the weekend. But ultimately, I can only imagine, was surprising number 3.
Yeah, I feel like we didn't really talk
I
about
was like,
it
nope.
at all.
No, didn't really. That one, I think it did much better than people were anticipating.
Yeah.
Good.
Coming to number 4, A Wrinkle in Time. Dropped down 50% to make another $16.5 million.
You did see it, right? Not yet? Okay, I felt like you had. No, nope, not yet.
Wait, did we talk about that already?
We did.
Last
Did you
week.
see it yet?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we did. So
Okay.
if you guys
Anthony,
are
where were
interested
you?
in that, we talked about it previous episode.
And finally, coming in number 5, the Greg Berlanti written and directed film Love, Simon.
You saw
From
that.
Fox, $11.5 million. People have been raving about this film.
Yes.
I have not seen it yet myself, but I know, Amy Cassandra, you were shouting from the social media rooftops about this.
Basically.
And from actual rooftops.
Yes.
Both. I did both. Yes, I don't care what other people think. I freaking loved it. I think that we live in a world now that if we're not super interested in the movie, we're just gonna dismiss it. And I don't think that we should think like that, especially when we have Movie Pass, not sponsored. Just like go freaking watch the movie. Couple hours of your life, not gonna hurt you. It was amazingly cast. These people were great. They interacted so nicely together that it really brought this story to life even better, and you're rooting for them. You're not annoyed by any of them. Jennifer Garner said on an interview with Ellen that it wasn't so much about like coming out. It's about a coming of age story, and I think that that's nicer, because it's not like, well, she said, when you're including everyone, all kinds of races, ethnicities, sexual orientations, like it doesn't need to be about that, because why like separate them? You know what I mean? So I really, really enjoyed it. It's a rom-com-y.
Oh.
I think you would really love it.
I probably would.
And it's just so sweet. And then there's a moment at the end that feels like Never Been Kissed with Drew Barrymore. So if you're a fan of that, like it's so sweet. You root for them, but it also shows you moments in people that come out, like their lives, and it's not painted in a way that it's unrealistic. So I mean, I loved it. I know that one of the characters actually was inspired to come out publicly since he finished filming. So yeah, and then
That's great.
I've had friends say like, no, this was amazing. This really hits it on the nose. So
Chat rooms agreeing that most people in there are saying they enjoyed it a lot.
yay. Yeah. So I mean, I would love for you guys to see it because I'm just like, yes. I was rooting for him the whole time, and I loved it. Loved it.
Where does Jennifer Garner fall on your rom-com leading actresses?
I mean, there's 13 freaking going on 30. So
Yeah.
good.
Yes, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past.
It was okay.
That's not.
That one's
that's
okay.
not that great. No.
That doesn't make the list, Frank.
No,
Sorry.
no, it doesn't. They're not all created equal.
There's
no,
a big
no.
spectrum of
There-
romantic comedies.
Yes, this is true. But yeah, I love that she was in it. I think that her and Josh Duhamel had a really nice chemistry that you almost like, you didn't really think they would go together very well, but they did. And then the younger sister, I can't.
Well-
I loved it.
Because I saw some of the clips there where Josh Duhamel's character is talking about those nacho fries.
That's from something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's not from.
All right.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I don't
Got it.
know. Actually, maybe
The conspiracy.
maybe they put it in there, and you'll just have to see.
The
Maybe I'm lying to
conspiracy.
you.
Yeah, he's not worried about Simon at all. He's worried about those damn nacho fries. What's
Both.
going on?
Both. Yeah.
Not on the top 5, but I finally got around to seeing Red Sparrow.
Cool.
It was said to me before on Horror Movie News by Ollie. It's a very slow burn. If you're gonna see it, remember it's a slow burn. Like, it is not. The trailer makes it super actiony. No, there's action parts, but it's mostly slower. I still thought it was very interesting. There's some torture things which are like crazy disturbing, but you don't see it. So it's like, for example, my hands below the table, they'd be like smashing a hammer on the hand, but you never see it. But everybody in the audience is like, ooh. They do something much worse than that. But
You like
it's a
to
very
see the blood?
no, it was actually very how they do it. I'll tell you after. But it was filmed interesting because it was almost like a cheat way to do it, but it was effective because everybody's still like, oh, ooh, squirming in their seat. Yeah, and so it's cool, but definitely slow paced.
Amy, Cassandra, I know you've seen some films recently as well outside of our
you
top
saw
5.
more.
Yeah, 2 more. So game night. Game night.
Yes.
So I just need to watch Red Sparrow to catch up on all my
Yay.
bets. Yeah, I loved it.
Right?
I loved it.
Right.
It was so much fun. I was telling Neil before the show that I haven't laughed in a movie theater like that in a while, probably since last year, because it hasn't been that long.
Are you a Jason Bateman fan? Or you can just take him and leave him?
fine. Like, he's fine. Yeah, I like him in, what is it, The Switch? With Jennifer Aniston. Like, it's fine. It's
That was a
fine.
deep pull on that one.
It's fine. That's the first movie that came into my mind. I don't know what that says.
Not in Horrible Bosses?
Oh, I don't really care for Horrible Bosses.
Office Christmas Party?
Office Christmas Party was...
Is that? Yeah, it was,
I like your little giggle there.
But yeah, it was fun. And pretty much everything that you said was yes. And I miss Rachel McAdams so much. I forgot how much I did.
Yeah, she was a delight.
Gosh, exactly, a delight. Yeah, that was fun. And then the other one that I saw was Thoroughbreds.
How was it?
You guys.
Oh.
Movie
Okay.
about bread.
Oh my god, I want to talk about
Exactly.
Thoroughbreds so
You go
bad.
first.
Did
go
you see
first.
it?
I loved. This is
Okay.
possibly my favorite movie of the year so far.
Oh, more than Shape of Water, and you were freaking out on that one.
Shape
and
of
Coco.
Water was last year,
Yeah.
Oh.
shit, yeah.
2018, but.
Fine, it feels like this year because it's all still being talked about.
No, this I think this was a fantastic film. I think this the director, I can't remember his name right now. He's a very talented director. It was actually a stage play. It was a stage play, or he was a playwright.
Okay.
And he wrote the film. This is his first time writing this film, and it feels like a play. It acts like it plays out like a play. But it's just so interesting that the energy between the two actors is so kinetic. Like, it's so strong. And it just touched me on like a great level that when I left, I was just like, this is such a fantastic piece of film that I think everybody should watch. And it's a shame that I didn't make that much money, but like with these kind of movies, you kind of see it coming a mile away. Like, no one's gonna go watch this movie because no one knows what it's about or really what's in store or like what's really going down. It's basically two girls plot to kill one of the girls' father. And
Stepdad.
Stepdad,
Yeah.
thank you. And
They had very little advertising too.
it's really great. It has like really great feminist undertones to it because it's like two young women going up against a father who's controlling almost every aspect of not only the stepdaughter, but also the wife's life. To the point where like he literally has her in the sunning, like buys her a suntanning what are they called, like a bed. Yeah, and like there's a shot where like Anna Taylor-Joy is looking for her mother and she finds her and she's literally in a box getting tanned up because the father Frank loves her to have more color. I'm like, she's literally in a box.
That's creepy.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like the hegemonic power structure of the male and like having the wife in a box to be what he wants her to be, and also trying to get rid of Anna Taylor-Joy at the same time. So that's why I got like the feminist undertones. But if you read any other reviews, I read a couple, and not that many people have actually like taken or picked up on that take. They mainly focus on how it's like white privilege, and it's like these two kids who are just bored and want to kill. Like,
seriously.
yeah, it's like some. I mean, it's also good takes, and it touches on that. It also touches on the class system with Anton Yelkin's character, and how both of the girls are like super wealthy and well off. It just has to deal with like the emotional aspects of the girls' psychology and everything. It's a great film. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, look at that. All right.
Written and directed by Corey Finley. And also the score underneath it the entire time is just...
Yeah, it's fantastic. It feels like you're in the African jungle and you're like your hunt. It's like a hunt. It's like a constant hunt.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't sure what that was supposed to mean. I think it's between the girls and how they're, in a sense, playing with each other or possibly using each other.
Okay.
And yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
Nice. Get your highest possible recommendation as well, Amy?
Yes. I loved it, and I love it when movies are so different, and this one definitely is. So don't dismiss it. If you can't see it, see it.
Check your more art housey theaters, because that one I remember I think I saw the trailer on Darkest Hour, and then haven't heard about it all. Like when I saw your ticket, I'm like, did they spell something wrong? What movie is this? And then I was like, oh yeah, that.
Definitely see it.
All right. So, of course, folks, one of these films was the subject of our box office bet that we did this past week. And, of course, that was Tomb Raider.
Whoa, Frank.
And, of course, D-Nail Plumley has the exclusive details about our box office bets from last week.
I do. They're right here on my phone. When I read it down, it says Tomb Raider.
Perfect.
Starting, since everyone was over, it was 23.5, right?
That is correct.
All right, everyone was over, so we'll start from the highest. The highest was Kari Lane at $34.5 million.
Oh, sweet.
Tony B. Tony coming in at $34 million. Happy Go Jackie Frank Moran at $28 million.
That's my boy.
Sitting pretty in second is myself, Neil Plumley. What's going on?
My
27
other
million.
boy.
And our winner this week was Amy Cassandra Martinez, $25 million.
Haters gonna hate.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Long butt inside.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
like
was
it.
like, that was the wrong one for.
Thank you to our studio audience.
Thank you.
So, of course, folks, as always, we don't stop the box office bet there. We plan ahead for the next week. There's going to be 3 films for your consideration there in the chat. Midnight Sun, Pacific Rim Uprising, and Sherlock Gnomes.
Oh my god.
It's going to be
Wait, what was the first one?
Midnight Sun. It's a romance.
You see, that doesn't make sense because the sun has set if it's midnight. Does it just mean darkness?
Well, it's a 17-year-old girl suffers from a condition that prevents her from being out in the sunlight.
Oh, yeah.
That's got your boy Rob Riggle in there. That's all you really need to know.
He is my boy. You're
boy.
right, Frank.
That's right.
Rob Riggs.
Rob Riggs.
He's
So,
like young romance.
yes, it's more of a
Okay.
teen romance in there.
Okay.
How can you find love when you can't leave your house?
Real quick, I just want to
Internet.
ask.
Have a night job.
I just want to ask Frank, why was there an omittance of Isle of Dogs as well as I Kill Giants as well as Unsane?
We're just going by the ones that are just going out wide, so they've already been maybe in limited release. We're just doing when it goes big.
Got it. Okay.
Yes.
But good call on bringing up those movies because
Yes.
they're coming.
Isle of Dogs, like what?
Wes Anderson. Oh my god.
Oh man, then there's already
I
people
know.
freaking out on that.
When those films do go wide, Anthony, we'll make sure that they get included in a bet.
For sure.
Yes. So, of course, start chiming away in the chat about the other films that which one of those 3 films you'd like us to consider for next week's box office bet. But before we do that, quick thoughts about the international numbers here. No surprise, it's Tomb Raider did its second overseas play, and it got another 84.5 million across 65 markets. That includes China, where the number 1 debut came in at a solid 41.1 million, ranking as Warner Brothers' 7th biggest opening ever, and coming in on par with Wonder Woman and Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. The full international box office total is now 102.5 million and $126 million worldwide, with Japan still to come. Then we've got Black Panther has reached $1,182.5 million. Worldwide to edge out Captain America: Civil War and Minions. The Disney Marvel phenom is now the number 14 movie ever at the global box office. Internationally, it swung past Spider-Man 3 as the number 5 MCU release of all time. It has outgrossed all the non-MCU superhero titles except The Dark Knight Rises. Dun dun dun. Coco finally landed in Japan, where it opened up to $5.8 million, and basically the offshore total is now $549 million, topping Finding Dory and The Lion King to make it the number 4 grossing new IP animated release of all time.
Wow.
Global total is $757.7 million. And Peter Rabbit hopped over to the UK for a good start with 9.5 million, setting it nicely for Easter. Look at that.
Aw, cute. That's good.
So, of course, we got these great films coming up for our box office bet. Feel free to chime away in the chat, but we'd like to do a little box office rewind. And I thought a little deeper into the realm of Emily Blunt.
Oh.
Yes, I usually do top 5, but I threw in a couple other ones because I really enjoy those films. So it'd be nice that we never really get to talk about some
Good
of these.
old L Blunt.
Wait, what movie is she coming out in?
She's doing a voice in Sherlock Gnomes.
Yeah, she's the girl.
God.
Also, the week after. In a
Wow,
Quiet Place, I
Anthony, so
believe.
you're a big
My
fan.
God.
And yeah,
I'm
Quiet
so
Place.
excited.
And who's already excited about Mary Poppins trailers have already been dropping?
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
Yes.
Get it, let's
And
get it.
Lin-Manuel, and she looks fantastic in it.
She's working
Over
so
it.
hard.
I was super like, but it looks really
When
cute.
she's taking those throwing stars, throwing them out of her bag, that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
she's in the mirror,
then
and
there's
they're
the
like,
ninjas.
"You're looking well," and then she's like, "I know I am," and then walks away, and her mirror's still there, like her.
That's so creepy.
It looks so cool.
Creepy.
That's Mary Poppins.
I
boss.
dig it. Yeah. Woo.
I'd rather see Yondu's take on Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Coming in at number 7 there for Emily Blunt, Looper, back from 2012, 20.8 million.
Oh, I love that movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a really good
That
one.
was an okay movie.
Yeah.
I was looking for a good time travel film. So
Yes. Although I hated the blue contacts.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing
They were
that drives me off was the
bad.
blue contact and just Jogolev's face.
yeah, the prosthetics that they did to try to give him.
Yeah.
I just never. I felt that was just. It never really made me feel like he was young Bruce Willis at all either. And it was
Yeah.
just always
It was
distracting.
more
me.
distracting.
Yeah.
Because contacts is like your pupil never changes.
It worked it worked for a second
That's
when
why.
they went on like mid-age, like on the old end of Joseph Gordon-Levitt when they did that, like when they started like going by like his years a little bit quicker before he became Bruce Willis. It worked for like a frame, and he was like walking like his jaw was a little bit more set, and I was like, okay, that's a little bit better. And then all of a sudden it's Bruce Willis on screen. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but it's one of those. It looks so different. It would have been better just to be like, just leave the face. We know they're very different looking, and especially because Joseph Gordon-Levitt is so established, so it's like, we know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Just the contacts. Get better contacts.
Coming number 6, The Adjustment Bureau from Universal back in 2011, 21.1 million. That's another one I really enjoyed as well too. I know it didn't. That's with Matt Damon and Emily Blunt. They meet and they're not supposed to meet. They have the Adjustment Bureau. People kind of control
It's based on
the normal flow.
a Philip K. Dick
Yes.
work, I believe.
Or the man with hats. As long as you have a hat, you can run through all these different doors, taking you to different points.
I don't think I saw that
sounds
one.
fun.
That was cool. It was a little fun film.
Good to know.
You enjoy it, Neil?
I didn't see it.
All right, good deal. Number 5, The Girl on the Train from Universal, 2016, 24.5 million. I didn't see that one.
I haven't seen any
Is
of these
that
movies.
the one where she's on a train?
Yeah. And she like witnesses a murder or something or did it, and then it's like her work. It's based on a book.
That seemed like such a diss. It's based on a book.
Based on a book.
Based on a book.
Read
gosh.
the book.
Gosh.
Where's that from?
Coming in number 4, The Devil Wears Prada from
Yes.
Fox. 2006,
Love that movie.
27.5.
Frisbee.
See, that's also based on a book.
There you go.
I was,
You lost me.
and guess what? The next one is
So
too.
good.
Number 3, The Edge of Tomorrow from Warner Brothers.
Book is better.
2014, 28.7.
That movie was fantastic, and I loved it.
Yeah, I thought that movie was great. If the book is better, I'm interested in reading the book.
It's so different. So
Did
that's
you
why
read it before, though?
I did.
Oh, so that's
And
why.
I read
You
the
already-
manga. No, but it's
that's
one
how
of
it
those-
always goes, though.
There's a lot of things, but I'd be curious. Read the book and let me know.
I liked everything except like the very end, how they handled
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's character, and I was like,
Tom
okay.
Cruise is supposed to be
Just to go off
Japanese.
on a quick tangent, why don't they make like movies out of books that sucked instead of making movies out of books that were already good? Like, what's up with that? That's
they'd-
what Stanley Kubrick did with Clockwork Orange. The book sucked, but Clockwork Orange was amazing.
Yeah.
So you have
All
to be
You
in-
Need Is Kill is the original name of the book, and it's so good.
I would just think now, the way that it's so much more marketing focused, they figured like you need.
You need a successful book because then you have a built-in audience.
Correct.
There's a diminishing return
Yeah.
that happens with written work, which has a lot more time and space to describe what's going on and get you invested in the characters, and a piece of cinema, which only has about 90 minutes.
Alright,
You'd have to have
I
a
get that.
really good director to be able to pull that off, you know?
Yeah.
Or just if you're gonna base it on book, there needs to be something more like, a bigger separation that you're gonna change it so much. Like, you know how there's based on and inspired? It should be like, it's inspired by the book. Because it's that different that you're like, you should just change your title because this is not the same thing at all.
Or it should be also labeled just saw it while I was walking by it in the airport bookstore. Oh, okay. I'll
Yeah.
with it. Coming in number 2, Into the Woods, Buena Vista there back in 2014, 31 million.
That's pretty fun.
I couldn't get into it. The songs didn't do much for me at all in there.
To the
Do
woods.
you,
Oof. I thought Chris Pine's song. I thought he did it. I was impressed with him, but
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of it. I was just like, oof.
My theater friends were like, plays better. So that's one like that.
I still want to see. I don't know. Do you guys know CinemaSins
yes.
on YouTube? I
Yes.
don't know if he did one for Into the Woods, but if he did, I really want to see it because he has a shtick where if they ever say the title of the movie in the movie, he just goes like ding, roll credits. And so if he does it for Into the Woods, the beginning
I'm
of his
like,
review
yeah.
is going to be like roll, 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 roll.
I say
Oh,
that
no,
all the
there's-
time.
I just want to see if that's gonna
Atonement.
happen.
Not Atonement. Annihilation. When they said the title in that movie, I was like,
That was pretty cringe.
I
Annihilation.
cringed. Yeah.
And that was by, what's her name? Leia?
Epic eye roll at that moment.
Leia?
Yeah, she was.
Natalie
Did you
Portman.
roll your eyes?
What's her name?
Natalie Portman?
No.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Hateful Eight chick? Lady? The
Oh,
actor from Hateful
Valkyrie.
Eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the one who
Tessa
delivered-
Thompson?
No.
No.
Hateful Eight.
Dude. Yeah.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she delivers a line and it was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Was it her?
Yeah. Side note, Tessa Thompson is in a Janelle Monáe video. Oh my gosh. The Way You Make Me Feel, super hot video. Music video.
Coming in number 1 from Universal, surprisingly, The Wolfman. Back from 2010, $31.4 million.
It was pretty good.
I wanted,
I didn't love it, but it's pretty good.
Until this moment, I forgot that happened.
I, want,
Dark Universe. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, you know.
I wanted to like this movie so much more, but it just was kind of.
Phase 1 of
Also-
the Dark Universe.
Yeah, when you find out what happens with Anthony Hopkins' character, you're like, all right, fine.
That's sad.
All right, folks, we're running out of time here, so we're going to do a quick what we think next week's top 5 is going to look like before we hop into our box office bet. Of course, we got Midnight Sun coming in from Open Road Films, 2,000 plus screens. Pacific Rim Uprising from Universal, 3,700 screens. And Sherlock Gnomes from Paramount on 3,500 screens. The first Pacific Rim movie made $37.2 million when it came out in 2013.
What did you say, 37.2?
Yes.
I'm scared of what people are going to choose.
I do think
Honestly.
that Pacific Rim is going to take number 1.
I don't think people care enough about Pacific Rim.
You really? I don't know.
think so, yeah. Who's the director behind it? Exactly.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but it looks like a new kind of take on it.
Boy, you didn't
like
know
it
the
changed
director
up
of
in
Love,
it.
Simon.
Stephen
That's
S. D. Knight.
I just think like as great as Black Panther is,
Well,
I
because
don't.
Black Panther dropped 30%. So if it drops like another 30, and if it's like low 20s, if Pacific Rim gets high 20s, it wins.
Yeah, I think that Pacific
So.
Rim is. This is. Although I won't discount Sherlock Gnomes as much as I was like,
stop.
Family movie.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I really
Family
don't.
movie. Why are you hating on?
I hate the trailer so much. Everything's about
It's
butts.
grown on me.
Everything's about butts. It's not funny.
It's gotten
But I'm not
funnier.
the kids that I was never a kid that laughed at butts. I always think butts are gross. I'm sorry.
so what about Sir Mix-a-Lot?
I actually really love
I love that
Ah,
song.
all
I
right.
can sing that whole
Well,
song.
then there you go.
Can you
But
sing the
it's
whole
not
song?
fun. Yes,
I love
I
Yeah.
know it, but it's
Butts.
not funny. It's just very catchy. It's just like,
I could see a top 5 being Pacific Rim, Sherlock Gnome, Black Panther,
whoa.
Tomb Raider, and I'd say I Can Only Imagine. Holding tight at number 5.
Frank's hot take.
Thank you, Anthony. Yes,
So you think Gnome will...
Dang.
Black Panther is third?
I think Black Panther will be 3rd.
That's insane.
Okay, I'll go with Pacific Rim, Black Panther, Sherlock Gnome, Tomb Raider, and we'll stay. Yeah, I Can Only Imagine. Yep. So I'll just shift
All right.
those two.
Neil, Amy, see anything? Do you like what either Carrie or I have said, or do you have another take of your own?
See, I would be hopeful that more people would see Love, Simon. But
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know if
There's
it
always
would.
VOD.
What?
VOD, like
Video on demand.
I know, get
Oh,
like
I didn't hear.
cult classic status kind of thing.
Because I feel like I Can Only Imagine did better than expected. So I think even though I Love Simon could retain a large audience, I still think even with a drop, it still won't be able to catch I Can Only Imagine for number 5, at least for me.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
That's not rushing. Just,
Whatever,
Just,
just-
some music.
Just to be different,
Yay!
go
Thank
for
you.
it.
I'm gonna say Black Panther's gonna stay.
Oh.
All right.
Just to be different, and then
Okay, record scratch there. Yeah.
and then what is it? Pacific Rim.
Mm-hmm.
Then Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's 3. Then Sherlock Gnomes. Then sure, why not? I Can Only Imagine.
All right.
Why not?
Neil?
I'm going in with Pacific Rim, Black Panther. I'd be very happy if it could hold out for number 1, but I don't know if it can, starting off at 27 for this week. But we'll see. So, from a practical standpoint, Pacific Rim, Black Panther, Gnomes.
Please, the full name, Neil. Please don't disrespect this film.
Don't disrespect it, Neil.
Sherlock Gnomes. The one and only.
That was very good.
That's actually really
From
good.
22-1B Gnome Street. Then Tomb Raider, and then you know what? I'm gonna shake it up. I'm
Take a
gonna
bite.
say Wrinkle in Time's gonna hold out at 5.
All right.
Interesting. Yeah, there you go.
Let me
That's
tell you
a
why.
weird record scratch.
Wrinkle in Time dropped an exact 50% this week, and second week's always a bigger drop than third week. And it landed at 16.565, while I Can Only Imagine did 17.06. So if I Can Only Imagine does 50%, and Wrinkle in Time
Good
does
math logic
40
there.
something,
True.
Yeah.
Wrinkle in Time's going to beat it out. I'm going to hold out hope for that.
Quick side tangent here, real quick. Of course, the director of Wrinkle in Time is now going to be doing the New Gods over at Warner Brothers.
true.
Take on the Jack Kirby project. I'm worried. I think visually it could look good, but I'm worried about the story. I feel like other people who have adapted Kirby's work for the greater extent have not really delivered. So I worry about taking something like that and bringing it to the big screen. I worry. Anyone else?
I'm excited for it. I mean, I really want to see like some like first looks.
Yeah.
And
right.
start coming to terms with what we think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Anthony,
up?
real quick, your top 5.
Oh, I was not prepared for this.
Perfect.
Ah.
All right.
All right, well, I'll just free-ball it then. If you can remind me of some of the movies, that'd be great. I don't think Pacific Rim will take it. I think Black Panther's going to take it. I think the only one who's going to topple Black Panther is going to be Ready Player One when it comes out. It's going to be Black Panther, probably Pacific Rim. Sure, I'll go with Tomb Raider afterwards. So that's, what, 3?
Yep. Sherlock Gnomes?
No, God, no. I don't think so.
Okay.
What else is coming?
I Can Only Imagine, holding out.
Oh wait, no, yeah, Sherlock Gnomes, and then I guess whatever else
All right.
is coming out is I Can Only Imagine. Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do real quickly our box office bet. We'll see what the final results are in the chat.
I saw Sherlock
it was
Gnomes
Sherlock
43.
Gnomes.
No.
Hot dog, everybody. So, of course, the way the box office bet works is that we're all going to bet on what we think the opening box office gross of Sherlock Gnomes will be. The person that's closest gets to be bragging rights for a prognosticator amongst prognosticators. The loser will have to go see this film and tell us all about it.
Sarah Broccoli says 16 for Sherlock Gnomes.
Guys.
Oh, man.
Are you excited? Is this your favorite bet ever?
gosh,
Is
I'm
it-
really
Kendrick says
scared.
16. Teresa says 13.
Most of us said third place, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us said third.
Yeah. Janet Mouse says
Yeah.
18. D. Monet says 12. Black Jones says 19.
Oh, God.
All right. So, Romeo and Juliet, when it opened back in 2011, which is the first film in this franchise.
It was cute, the first one.
25
It's a
point-
franchise?
It's 25.3 million when it opened.
Oh, wait,
So-
franchise. Does that mean, is there a third or just...
Guys,
well, this
guys,
is the second one. So.
you got it wrong. It's a gnome chize.
You're done. There you go.
Yeah. Yusuf says 16. Malcolm says
have a-
25.
You're done, son.
Wow.
You're done.
Starger says 21. Dave says
a dreamer.
18.5. The first one is cute. I saw the first one.
But then
And
25.
Nomeo and Juliet was the name of the
That's
first
right.
one. But that one is actually really cute. This one, I'm like, I feel they're pushing their luck a little bit more on some of the jokes. You're like, but again, it could be like what they're picking to put in the trailer.
Also, I've seen the trailer way too many times.
Yes, it's been at too many theaters.
That's when
like,
Movie
"Woo."
Pass, not sponsored, bites you. 'Cause
Yes.
you have to-
Yes.
All right,
No.
I got my numbers.
Already got it,
Okay.
Anthony?
Yes.
Everybody else ready?
All right,
I'm locked
Yeah.
in.
All right, Anthony, lay it on us.
I'm giving it a very generous 12 million.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
That was generous.
Woo.
Interesting.
Oh, wait, you didn't have it
Interesting.
third, though, right, on your list?
He had it fourth.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
Because there's also Pacific Rim, which is like more kids would probably be more apt to that.
Depends. That's family is the younger ones for the gnomes.
The Neil Plumley?
Let me zoom in here so y'all can see it. It is a 13.
Oh, God. All right.
Okay.
Oh, no. What have I done?
13.
Oh!
Yeah,
19?
I did 20. Oh, I don't want to see this movie.
Quick bets.
All right.
Frank's going to win.
That would be funny. It goes the
Something.
other way. It goes 20.5 or something.
Oh,
man.
gosh.
Please, everybody,
Still, we would be good.
gather your friends and loved ones around you and tell them that it's essential that they go see Sherlock Gnomes this weekend. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of Box Office Breakdown. Remember, never, ever, ever stop your friends and family from seeing Sherlock Gnomes. Ever. Ever.
Wow.
Always see it early, see it often.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Thanks everybody for watching the show. You can like us on Facebook, give us those 5 stars on iTunes, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks everybody for hopping into the chat. While you're on YouTube, give it a bunch of thumbs up. Do it. Go crazy with those thumbs. If you're watching after we've streamed live, feel free to comment down below. Kari Lane, what's a question you'd like them to answer?
Okay, we talked about it a bunch. We probably asked this before, but favorite book to film adaptation.
I'm going to piggyback on that and just say, what are you going to do with your family and friends after you've seen Sherlock Gnomes? Just
Wow.
comment down below. I'm excited to hear your answers.
I'm gonna go. Mine is probably Secret of Nim. Oh, and Watership Down. Those were really good books and good movies, and you don't feel like you lost something.
Mine would be
changes, but-
going back in line and seeing Sherlock Gnomes again.
Battlefield Earth.
Wow.
All right, everybody. But if you want to stay in touch with us even after the show's over, ladies and gentlemen, you can find us all over social media. Anthony, where can they find you, sir?
You can find me everywhere at Tony B Tony _, right there on the screen. Tony B Tony _
Fancy.
How about you, Neil Plumley?
Well, that's easy. You can find me at places where people are found at the Neil Plumley, which is TheNeilPlumley.
And you can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ. Also,
Nailed it.
right after this, I'm going to head on over to AfterBuzz, and we're going to cover episodes 7 through 9 of Jessica Jones.
Ooh.
Nice. I still have to watch that. I need to catch up for Marvel TV News tomorrow. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KaridLane. And if you go on my Twitter and Instagram, probably more on. No, they're on both. I posted tons of pictures of me dressed up as Lara Croft Classic. So you're young selves will be so happy to see that again. I had somebody specifically say that, and it was kind of funny. I was like, good point. And then also right after this, go check out me and this dude, and we go talk about Star Trek.
And folks, I'll be seeing all of you at Sherlock Gnomes this weekend at a theater near you. Feel free to share all your Instagram photos, your Twitters, all about the great times you're having at the theater while you're seeing Sherlock Gnomes. I'll be there in spirit with you. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HappyGoJackie. Until next week, folks, whatever you do, go see Sherlock Gnomes. We love you. We love movies. We'll see you next Sunday night.
Go see Love Simon.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.